A group discussion is a process where different people get together to discuss a topic to possibly reach a consensus or a conclusion. As the name suggests, a group discussion is about a discussion with a definite objective, and therefore we are looking at certain evaluation parameters which define your performance in a group discussion. Number one is initiative. Initiative is an individual's ability to add a new and relevant idea to the discussion. The discussion, as it progresses, is posing a challenge at different points of time. For example, the starting point is a huge challenge in itself. Who has the courage to come forward and introduce the topic? Who has the courage to speak at a time when nobody else has spoken before him or her? This is a huge role to play and is about high risk and high return strategy. Also, as the discussion progresses, it becomes repetitive after a short while. Again, your initiative to introduce a new and relevant point is being assessed at that point of time. So if you look at this particular skill, it requires clarity as to what is to be said, content as to the subject matter, and confidence with respect to the courage which you display in participating in the discussion. The second point is knowledge. Knowledge is power, knowledge is supreme, and this is no exception to a group discussion. Typically, this becomes applicable to a topic which is factual. A factual topic is one which is rich in terms of facts and information. For example, the topic for discussion is World Trade Organization. You may not be able to participate at all if you have no idea about WTO. Therefore, knowledge becomes a crucial factor in deciding your participation in a group discussion. Number three is group dynamics. Group dynamics is about your ability to put your point forward in a group and is able to and would assess whether you are able to strike a balance between individual excellence and group performance or not. Having said that, group dynamics is also about a logical and smooth progression of the discussion. There should be no hip-hop in the discussion. You should not move randomly from one point to another. Number four is contribution. Contribution is your ability to add to the discussion in a certain way, and while doing so, there are two challenges you have to look at. Number one, the role in which you contribute. Now, this role could be that of a leader, where you lead the discussion, you define the goal of the discussion, you're able to initiate well, you're able to lead the group effectively towards a given task. Number two could be the role of a fountainhead, where you as an individual are able to think divergently, creatively, out of the box, and you're able to add new ideas at certain points of the discussion. And number three is the role of a picky writer, where you are not somebody who is having originality of thoughts, but you are smart and fluent enough to steal someone's idea and get credit for that. Having said about the roles which you can assume in a discussion, the second challenge in contribution is the nature of contribution. It may be positive, where you create a favorable environment for discussion and encourage everyone to come forward and accomplish the given task, or it may be negative, where you are dampening the spirits of others and you come across as a negative force and you're not desirable in organizations if you are thinking like that. The fifth point is logical ability. Logical ability measures your ability to treat the topic logically. Your ability to look at the topic from a certain rational perspective. You're not supposed to be somebody who is illogical in his conduct in an organization. Every organization gives a lot of importance to people who have a strong logical ability, and therefore in a discussion they want to see whether you are treating the topic in a certain proper manner with respect to logic and analysis or not. Wherever your analysis is strong, it will definitely put you across in a positive limelight. The next point is lateral thinking. Lateral thinking is the ability of an individual to think out of the box, to think divergently, to think creatively, to think about the topic in a way in which nobody else has been able to do. This somebody is that person who's creative and therefore is required for his creativity and originality of thoughts. Lateral thinking, of course, is crucial at all those points where the discussion becomes repetitive and where the fire needs more fuel. And the last point is communication. Communication is an individual's ability to connect with the group. And this connect can be assessed in two ways. It may be verbal, where you are being assessed in terms of your continuity of speech, your clarity of speech, and the variation of the pitch of your voice. Or this connect may be non-verbal, where you're being assessed in terms of your overall body language, the gestures, the eye contact, and the overall balance